Hey everybody, this is Pat Foster with TransWorld. We're at day 2 at the JGR test facility here in North Carolina. Today we've got the 2018 RM-Z250. So the 2018 has a new blue seat. It's got some blue highlights in the graphics, which I like, they look cool. But that's the extent of the changes for the bike this year. Last year, the bike didn't fare very well in our shootout, mostly just for one reason. There's some shortcomings with the engine. This is a super fun bike to ride. In fact, Casey and I were just talking about it. I mean, we have a great time riding this bike. It handles well. It's got the kind of trademark sharp Suzuki cornering, quick and nimble handling. But you know, it just doesn't have a really strong engine. It's pretty rider friendly. It's a great bike for somebody just coming up off an 85 or coming off a 125, introducing them to the 250F. Excellent bike for that because, like I said, it corners well, it handles well, and the motor's okay. It doesn't hit real hard off the bottom like a Yamaha or a KTM. It's got some decent pull in the mid-range, and then it just kind of signs off. It gets really flat. I don't know how to describe it. It almost feels like it's geared too low. If you've ever felt that type of feeling. Where the bike just revving and then it just tapers off and it just doesn't pull anymore. So you've got to make sure you catch your shifts. You don't want to rev it out too far in second gear or third gear. If you're diligent with your shifting, you know, the bike makes pretty good power and it goes well. But you know, when you put it up against the other bikes, that's its one shortcoming. You know, if I wasn't racing, if I wasn't concerned about racing and being competitive against some of the other bikes where you got to get a whole shot, this would be a great bike to own. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to ride. It shifts pretty well. The clutch works pretty well. Again, not the best clutch on earth, but it works well. It's adequate, positive engagement. One of the things that I really do like about this bike is the PSF2 air fork. It's one of the better air forks, and especially for a rider like myself, who I'm generally pretty big for a 250F. This is one of the few 250Fs that I could get on and feel comfortable on. Most of the other bikes, I would need springs or some pretty significant modifications to the front end to get it to hold my weight. This bike, I did a couple of clicks of compression this morning, and there's some pretty big jumps out here on this track, and the fork handled really well, and it was very positive coming into the corners. I wasn't down in the bottom of the stroke getting the wallow and the push. The bike stayed up, and you know, it just made the cornering that much better, which again, you know, you can't beat a Suzuki 250F for cornering. It's so light, so nimble. Thing's just a blast to ride. So anyway, pretty much the same bike as last year. Like I said, a lot of great attributes. You know, the engine holds it back a little bit, but you know, if you're looking for a fun bike that corners really well and handles good, check out the Suzuki. You guys, thank you very much for tuning in.